The Scottsbluff Police Department offers up safety tips for all to have a safe and enjoyable Halloween. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Plat Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Plat Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. And our top story, it's Halloween, and that means there will be extra ghouls and goblins out and about this evening. Scottsbluff Police Sergeant Phil Eckerberg offers up some tips to ensure everyone's night is as safe as possible.
Well, the first thing you need to do is make sure you're with them. Don't send little children out by themselves to go trick-or-treating. Have a responsible adult along. Make sure they're wearing something bright that can be seen, maybe something reflective so cars can see them. Make sure that they're going to people you know. Don't send them to strangers' homes. Stick to your local neighborhood or people that you know. And keep it with people you know. Make sure you're only accepting candy that is factory wrapped and still in its original packaging. Don't accept any treats that are homemade or anything like fresh fruits like that, that could potentially be easily tampered with and not be readily seen. We also encourage drivers going through the neighborhoods to keep your eyes open. There's a lot of kids that may be dressed in dark clothing and be difficult to see, so keep your speeds low and your eyes open. Don't have your phone up or anything else. Be watching where you're going, in particular tonight, because there's a good chance of young children being excited and happy and wanting to get to the next house ahead of everybody else and be not looking both ways before they cross the street, so be watching out for that in particular. And just make sure everybody have a good time. You know, Halloween should be about fun. It should be about good times. It should be a good day.
Eckerberg also encourages people to attend the Downtown Scottsbluff Association's Trick or Treat Street, which runs from 4 to 6 this evening, as businesses along Broadway will be handing out candy and a 4-block stretch will be closed to traffic. Well, during last week's State of the Valley luncheon, Gering Police Chief George Holtis thanked the community for the outpouring of support during the 28-hour-long armed hostage standoff last month. He told the crowd that Northfield Church was their command center, but Pastor Kylie Calloway refused every offer to allow Gering to pay them back. Pastor Calloway said the work that our area first responders does is priceless and went as far to send an invoice to the police saying that we still owe them. Holtis also added that the FBI agents from across the country were amazed at the support that this community showed during the long ordeal.
They made a point to tell us they have never seen a community come out and support a law enforcement operation like you all did on those 2 days. So I'm going to ask Chief Spencer for permission and Captain Kite to speak for all of your first responders and tell you, as our leaders of our community, you set the tone for what's expected. And you have obviously set the tone that says your responders are appreciated and valued. So with that, thank you.
Chief Holtis said upwards of 150 officers were dispatched to assist with the lengthy standoff efforts. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Plat Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
Benzel Pest Control has been the Wyoming and Nebraska area's most committed professional pest control company. We have 4 generations and nearly 50 years of experience serving Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado, as well as certified entomologists on staff. So whether you're dealing with spiders, wasps, rodents, or any other unwanted visitors, give Benzel Pest Control a call today for an estimate at 888-229-2128 or visit our website at benzelpestcontrol.com.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Welcome back. A 19-year-old Minutair man has been arrested following an investigation into child sexual assault. Last week, a 17-year-old male victim was interviewed at Capstone and said that Harley Creeling had touched him on top and under his clothing. The victim said that the assaults have been going on for more than 8 months and always told Creeling to stop. On Thursday, Harley Creeling was charged with third-degree sexual assault without consent and was arraigned on the charge on Friday in Scottsbluff County Court. A December 12th pretrial hearing has been set with Judge James Warden. Well, a Scottsbluff man is facing a felony charge in connection with a fatal motorcycle accident in Scottsbluff earlier this year, as is the woman who originally said she was behind the wheel of the car involved. A November 8th preliminary hearing has been set for 24-year-old Quentin Beery during his initial appearance in Scottsbluff County Court last week on a Class 3 felony charge of leaving the scene of an accident involving serious injury or death, as well as a misdemeanor for driving under suspension. 23-year-old Angelina Palamo of Scottsbluff told officers she was behind the wheel and she was cited for driving under suspension, but she now faces the same felony charge, as well as false reporting in a criminal matter, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Court documents say witnesses claimed a male exited the car, with video surveillance showing after the car stopped, a woman exited the passenger side, followed by a man authorities were able to identify as Beery, who then fled the scene. And a Florida man who allegedly stole more than $10,000 from a 76-year-old Kimball resident has had his case bound over to Kimball County District Court. In July, Kimball police arrested 63-year-old Abraham Espinoza on 2 counts of conspiracy, 2 counts of theft by deception, and 2 counts of financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult. Authorities say that after an extensive investigation, it was discovered that Espinoza had stolen more than $10,000 by using false information. Earlier this month, his case was bound over to district court on single felony charges of theft by deception more than $5,000, abuse of a vulnerable adult, and conspiracy to commit a Class 2 felony. A December 7th arraignment date has been set.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least 1 float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
October is Renewal by Anderson's United Against Cancer campaign, and when Renewal offered to pay for employees' radon testing and mitigation, several Renewal team members found radon in their homes. Deb was one of them, and she always wondered how she got breast cancer. Radon causes cancer. It's linked to Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. Radon is a killer.
People don't know about radon. They don't know what a killer it is, and they don't know how cheap it is to have it tested.
From all of us at Renewal by Anderson, please get a radon test now. It could save your life.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The Scottsbluff 4-H Sewing and Robotics Clubs are joining forces this year for service learning to benefit the 4-Hers and the community. Natalie Creech, Scottsbluff 4-H leader, explained the theme this year.
This year the theme for robotics is anything to deal with the arts, and so promoting a hobby but then being able to show impact and impact our community for the better. And because I am the sewing club leader, but also am a robotics leader this year, the two can combine to, just to make a perfect partnership.
Creech said the two will work together, sharing ideas and equipment.
In both areas, kids have to think and use their brains. Whether you're reading a pattern or designing a robot or thinking through a complex problem, you're really using similar skills. And it just depends on what your interests are at that point and whether you want to do the robot side of things or the sewing side of things.
Creech said 4-H builds on skills youth learn to keep them growing.
There's a lot of engineering that goes into sewing. I mean, somebody has to create a sewing machine, whether it's an embroidery machine, just a simple sewing machine, a quilting machine, and in robotics, they're also designing and engineering, and heaven only knows what the future holds as they merge together and as kids use their brains to think and work through complex problems.
The 4-Hers will be coming together in December over school break to work on the project and will be preparing for March and the state 4-H competition. I'm Chabela Guzman with the UNL Panhandle Research Extension and Education Center.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Tri-City Stormwater presents Stormwater 101, and illicit discharge.
At Plat Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Plat Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Plat Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, Nebraska U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts on Friday accompanied Texas Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz on a tour of the Rio Grande Valley to examine the current state of the U.S.-Mexico border. The senators participated in both night and daytime tours of the border with law enforcement on land and water, visited the U.S. Border Patrol's Ursula Central Processing Center, and met with groups to discuss the impact of border policies on Texas communities. Ricketts said this humanitarian and security crisis falls squarely on Joe Biden, saying it is his policy that is sending a message for these people coming here to undertake this dangerous journey.
We've also seen again another record year of people on the terrorist watch list, over 170 coming to this country. Last year was 98. Put that in perspective, a few years ago that was single digits. And why is this happening? Because of Joe Biden's open border policy. This humanitarian and security crisis falls squarely on Joe Biden.
Last week, Ricketts introduced the Ensure Uniform Border Inspection Practices Act to require annual comprehensive reviews of U.S. Customs and Border Protection policies to improve enforcement practices. He also reaffirmed his support for 10 additional pieces of legislation that address the illegal immigration crisis at the border and need to enforce existing laws. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be extra safe out there tonight. We'll see you here next time.